You are watching a replay of a dog's head tilting. Ladies and gentlemen, press and hold for advanced controls. Well, why not? Hey, Lucian. Hold on, I'm pressing and holding for advanced controls. Hey, I just circled my dog. I haven't done this before. So, Lucian, hey everybody, Web Evie. Hold on, I'm circling stuff on my dog. So, hold on, let me flip. Can I still flip the camera? What do I do here now? Hold on. How do I get out of this? Oh, done. There we go. Jeez Louise, I could not figure that out. So, hold on. Hey, Brooklyn Betty. Wow, all these people. Hold on, I gotta put on my trusty optic whatevers. VCI audio. I don't know you. Hold on, let's find out a little bit more. Boy, Periscope's changed a bit since I was last on here. Hi, Vince Kavanaugh, who's not provided a profile, but you know. So, Brooklyn Betty, this is a serious question. I'm really trying to figure out why am I leaving? Well, I'm not, look, believe me, when I wrote with a question mark on that, it's really a question. I haven't made a decision to leave Periscope, and I didn't mean to incite any sort of dramatic, what? That's not it. It's truly a question, and I'll tell you why. And if I missed saying hello to you when you came in, I apologize. I was fiddling with the controls and finding my glasses and all of that, causing a panic attack, yeah. I know, the whole internet's going to shut down. No, you know what? I'll tell you, it's Facebook Live. And, you know, it's just for when I look at, there's so much I love about Periscope, and I don't think that Facebook Live can ever, thank you, can ever, I don't know if it can duplicate, because I got to tell you, it's pretty similar, but the hearts aren't there. Well, actually, I'm hearing that there are something like hearts on Facebook Live now when you broadcast on your phone, but I haven't been doing that. Hey, Lady D, who has joined. The fact of the matter is, guys, when I come over here to Periscope, I mean, obviously, I haven't been regular with it, and I've moved my Law of Attraction scopes over to Facebook quite some time ago, because, quite frankly, that's where everybody is. You know, if I want to share a Law of Attraction message, and I want as many people to hear it as possible, I go where as many people are, and can find it. Hi, Lotsatron. Lotsatron, I like that. Yeah, hold on. I got to see what Lotsatron's about. Ryan Lee. Ryan Lotzie. Lotzie. Working, I don't know. Working with a team of driven individuals. Driven! So that means if they walked to work, he doesn't work with them. Yeah, no question. When they incorporate Oculus to augmented reality, well, yeah, man, I can't wait to see how they all integrate. Hey, Jory, you talked about that in a talk this weekend. What, you mean Facebook Live? So, well, yes, you have to. Yes, come over to Facebook. If you're not following me there, I mean, I've been doing all my Bob Doyle shows there. The last 2 or 3. Before that, I was over at Blab doing it, right? I have a better following on. Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, hey, Jennifer Myers, I was just talking about moving over to Facebook and whether or not Periscope really works for me anymore. You don't use Facebook at all, huh? Well, I mean, yeah. You know, it's funny, Lynn will still, like last night, you know, we're laying down and we're getting ready to go to sleep. She'll still go to Periscope and browse people's Periscopes, and I just don't do it like she does. And every time, most of the time I come over here, thank you, Amy Busby. Please do come on over to Facebook. I'm facebook.com/boundlessliving. That's actually my personal profile, even though, hey, Jason Trevolino. Well, I understand, man. Not a lot of people. I mean, I years ago I was anti-Facebook, and then I'm not going to go there. But you know what? I'm just facing my reality that this is where everybody is. It's unbeatable for connection, for getting my word out, for finding a community that resonates with who I am, and you know, it's much more effective for me than any other. Hey, Jason. Hey, Chris Hughes. Than any of these other things. And, you know, if it's really about connecting with people and making an impact or entertaining as many people as I want or whatever, why would I not go where they are? You know, it doesn't require a bunch of email marketing and all that other stuff that annoys people. They're already there. They already know and like me or trust me, or at least are interested enough to have befriended me or followed me. Okay, Henry. And I'll tell you, when I first heard about Facebook Live, when I was really into, oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. I know plenty of people who don't do Facebook, and they aren't anti-Facebook. They're just not going to do it. But when I first heard about Facebook Live a long time ago, I was like, oh, come on, don't even. I mean, I really was, I didn't want Facebook Live to come along because Periscope was such a cool thing, and I just figured it would screw it up and, break it to pieces, and which is it's doing. And I'm on the Facebook train, you know. But it's just because there's so many reasons. And if you watch, my whole project now, my big direction in life is the Bob Doyle Show, which I was broadcasting over at Blab, but Blab's got its own share problems technically. But the reason I was able to do it the reason I did it at Blab was because I could run my whole broadcast through my computer. Yeah, a lot of people are, but for all these same reasons. Hey, Brooklyn, Betty is back. I can run it through my studio, and I can do graphics overlays. I can have a wider screen. I can do things that I cannot do on Periscope, which is fine because Periscope is really more about this without all the flashy. And so I like that. But Facebook Live can also be that too. You don't have to do Facebook Live the way I'm doing it with the Bob Doyle Show and some of my voiceover coaching now. If you ever saw me do the voiceover stuff on Periscope, I was flipping the phone all the time, and now I can split screen and do all this stuff. I mean, I can deliver so much more effectively with Facebook Live now that they've opened it up and allowing people to use desktop clients and stuff to broadcast real broadcast quality type stuff. You're only on Periscope. You like Blab, they don't have an Android app yet. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's why I'm there. And we'll be there. Because until something else comes along where all the people are, and I already have, and look, I mean, the whole sharing aspect. If I'm doing a broadcast, and I ask people to share on their timelines, well, now that broadcast is showing up on their timelines. When people see their timeline or their newsfeed or whatever, there's movement there. There's, it's the opportunity to get eyes. I can share to all my Facebook pages. Basically one broadcast on my personal page, I can propagate so many places. And I'm also broadcasting using the technology that I'm using to YouTube Live, Ustream, Twitch, and I can do several others all at the same time and get the message just exploded out there. So the number of eyes that can see what I'm up to is huge on Facebook Live and all that. Friend Life? I don't know what Friend Life is. Is that another streaming service? I'm just saying that there are services out there that take your one live stream and shoot it out to all these different networks. Okay. I don't know. Maybe. If it has a custom RTMP address, I can send it there. So anyway, there's just no reason not to do it at all. Except unless you have a thing about Facebook in general and their privacy and how they're into all your stuff. I mean, those are all valid things. But I've also just said long ago, as soon as I got on the internet, I realized that every day I'm online, I'm compromising my privacy, and I'm making that decision so that I can have the benefit of being on the internet. And that's just, so you just try to be a good person and and not do bad things, and you're fine, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, right. Privacy is pretty much an illusion. So, I mean, sorry, I'm just repositioning. To an extent, especially online and Facebook especially, they know everything you're doing. Everything. They know everywhere you go. They know everything. So I just surrender to that and just trust that, they're not going to do something nefarious. They're just doing what they do to be a business and to grow and to make as much money as they possibly can. So whatever, we all signed up for it when we said yes to Facebook, right? So I'm there, and they've basically turned themselves into an amazingly effective media outlet, and I want to be right there at the beginning. I let Periscope get away from me, and people just went way past. And now I feel like it's too late to even try to recover on Periscope with the way that things are going. So the idea is for me to ride that Facebook wave as much as I can, and be on the forefront. Try to be one of the pioneers. Whenever I do a Facebook broadcast and people are wondering, how am I doing all that with the graphics, right? How are you doing split screen and bringing in all that? How are you doing that? That's exactly what I want. Thank you, Brooklyn Betty. I want people to go, how are you doing that? I'm going to be getting involved with some of these companies that are doing this. I mean, I want to be in that industry along with virtual reality. Both of these are really logical, great next steps for me from teaching law of attraction for 12 years and being a veteran broadcaster. So Facebook Live and all this new technology allows me to do the Bob Doyle show and live that passion for broadcasting. And virtual reality, to me, is a wonderful on this planet next step to exploring the whole concept of creating your experience of reality, but actually using virtual reality in conjunction with the principles of the law of attraction. Because when you think about the law of attraction, you're trying to generate the experience of having it now. When you visualize, right, you're trying to generate that feeling, so you put out that vibration. Well, virtual reality is amazing at giving you that experience of having it now, and can be way more effective than just. And yes, augmented reality, man, I'm telling you, that is just as exciting to me. Do you know about the HoloLens? I mean, I'm sure you've heard of it, but do you have any experience with the Microsoft HoloLens? I just heard about that, and I'm just as excited about that as Oculus Rift and Vive, HTC Vive. I'm excited about for all of. I mean, I want to get in on all of them. I'm not going to be a person who feels like you have to choose one, because they're all offering different things. And we're still early, and I am an early adopter, which means sometimes you buy a lot of crap that goes away. Now, I'm not ready to buy any of them right now. I have to get new computers. Everything has to be upgraded. So I'm sitting back and watching. I did schedule my first demo with an Oculus Rift in about a week. They've put them out in Best Buys now, and you can, at select locations, go in and have 6 minutes. It's some sort of a 30-minute presentation where you get 6 minutes. That's what I hear. But I'm actually trying to find people in these industries. Hey, Jennifer Myers, thanks for inviting followers. I want connections to the people who already work with Rift and with Microsoft in that department, and PlayStation VR and HTC Vive. I want to know those. I want to get up there and leverage what I can, in terms of my reach and my message or whatever, and get in there and be one of the forefront there too, a spokesperson for that. So I'm kind of getting on you quit using Microsoft. Well, I like Windows 10. I like Windows 8.1 and on. Anyway, I'm hardcore PC. I'll always be PC. Every time I touch Lynn's Mac, all the windows disappear and I say bad words. But I love my iOS devices, and I will always have them. Anyway, I kind of lost track of what I was saying. But anyway, so this is kind of my quandary. It's like, a lot of times it's like, well, I come to Periscope and there's really not that many people here, although it's really nice when I get on here and some of my old friends pop on, like Brooklyn Betty and Jason, and, every now and then Exhale Bill will show up from time to time, and so, but Facebook is where I am for the most part, because I can just on a whim, I don't have to have it scheduled. The only time I was getting really consistent viewers here was when it was scheduled. I'm just talking about Facebook Live, Exhale Bill, and why I've moved most of my personal broadcasting over there. Well, that's awesome, Betty. Please are we already connected on Facebook? Are we friends? If not, when you first started broadcasting, wow. So that was the day Periscope came out. Of course, I've been broadcasting online, doing podcasts for years. But anyway, wow, that's funny. I was just thinking not too long ago about those first few Periscopes that everybody was doing crazy stuff. Well, yes. Yeah, okay. So if you try to befriend me on Facebook and you can't, it's because I've reached my friend limit. If you're connected to a friend who I have, I think you can go ahead and request something like that. But if not, just send me a private message there or something. Or or something. Or I can, or shoot me a Twitter DM and then I'll find you, which is what I normally have to do with people. Tell me how to find you on Facebook and I'll send you a friend request, and then that's how we can get connected. But I got all kinds of cool stuff going on over there. All these new technologies for notifying people, like when I go live, and that doesn't require email subscriptions. I mean, the email thing in my personal life and business, I'm just ready to move it on out. And so I've got a couple of technologies that now allow notifications, into Facebook messages or on your desktop when I go live or have anything to say. So anyway, there's all kinds of fun stuff going over there on Facebook. And so there's my personal page, which is where I'm doing the Bob Doyle Show right now, but Facebook has a Bob Doyle Show page, which is, you can see the show there too, because I basically simulcast it in essence by sharing it. And I'm trying to grow that page, the Bob Doyle Show page, so it's its own thing of people who listen or watch the show. But right now, there's hardly anybody over there, so all of my people are over at my personal page, which is why I'm broadcasting there. When I have a solid viewership, then I'll move everything over. But I'm a long way from a solid viewership, because I'm still trying to figure out what the show is, and that is apparent when you see it. If you haven't seen it and you'd like to, Unique by Sam is here, and I just felt compelled to hit view profiles. Mascara wearing animal lover. Awesome, but we just have to take your word for it because there is no profile picture. Why is there no sequel to The Secret? Well, have you seen how many people have tried to make follow-ups to The Secret? Here's the missing piece, or here's an expansion. They just all, Hi, Sky. I'm 90% over on Facebook Live now, for all the reasons I mentioned up to this point in the broadcast. Some of them technical, a lot of them having to do with that's where the people are, the ability to share and quickly grow an audience. There's just so many reasons. But again, there's just something about the feel of Periscope, the vibe of Periscope that I really, really like. And the fact that I can do this now, that's groovy. But when I do stuff when I do stuff on the Bob Doyle Show now with the technology I'm using, I can do freaking anything. How do you do that? Well, it's the latest Periscope update. You just when you're broadcasting, you hold down the screen and then it pops up and says sketch, hide chat, or camera flip. And so now you can choose sketch and choose a color and you can draw on the screen. But it obviously fades off pretty quickly on its own. Sorry, that's not enough to keep me broadcasting on Periscope when I can do that and so much more over on Facebook. I basically right now I'm working with real-time chroma key over on my shows. I can put myself anywhere. I can bring in calls. I can bring in Skype calls. I can do interviews. I can do app reviews. I can show my phone or my iPad and walk through apps. There's just no end to what I can do if I'm broadcasting over on Facebook Live. And I'm a geek, and I have to be able to do those things, Hey, SatPal98, who I'm about to learn virtually nothing about, except that the name is Alexis. Welcome. All right, we have a winner. Thanks for coming in and telling us. So, for those of you who've never met Cody, this is Cody, our amazingly awesome dog. Hi, Love Angel. You walked in right as I showed Cody. What an appropriate thing. Cody just have fun. Wow, okay, so what the heck? I put Cody on and everybody shows up as if they knew. Hi, Costa McKay. Cody just got groomed today. So, he smells so good. And he's ridiculously soft. Ridiculously soft. Well, congratulations. I am so happy for you, Alexis. Or did I say that right? No, it wasn't Alexis. Yes, it was Alexis. Happy for you. Congratulations. He is a star. He needs his own Instagram account, don't you think? But then that's when I suddenly stopped taking pictures for some reason. True Xavier Steele. True Xavier Steele. User has not provided a description. Here's the other thing about Facebook, guys, to think about, especially when there's people who are dealing with bullying and a bunch of trolls and a bunch of, mess. Over on Facebook, it's a lot less anonymous. Here, all these people, like something's happened here, and there's all these people coming in. I don't know who they are. I don't recognize any names. But, when the trolls show up here, it's just anonymous. It's obnoxious. You block them and they're gone. I mean, it's an annoyance. But, you know, it's never stopped me. It's never really fazed me. But over on Facebook, those are real, for the most part, those are going to be real people behind those names. And if they abuse, you know, if they do hate word language or any of that crap, um, um, then, you know, you can just follow that right back and they're out. So it's just a much safer place to be. There's Joe Simon right now. Joe, I was just talking about how much safer Facebook Live is than over here, you know, in terms of bullying and trolls and the whole thing. Because, you know, I'm so fortunate that I haven't been bullied. I just get the occasional troll who'll say something stupid, and then I just, you know, block them, and then that's it. And plus, I have no reaction to trolls. They're just, but again, I've never been right. I don't have bullies. I've never had bullies, and I won't have bullies on Facebook, and neither will you. And if you do, they won't last very long because you can't. It's a lot harder to be anonymous on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a soon-to-be uke song coming, huh? Sorrow now. I don't know why it's happening. Well, I don't know either, Joe, but you don't have to do it anymore. Everybody will follow you over there. Um, you know, no problem. I was just talking to Brooklyn Betty and just telling everybody about my move, and for the most part, I think people are on board. No, I know. I'm sure it's not just you. Delta Moxie. Joe comes in here. It's Old Home Week. I love it. Really? 10 of you being targeted. Well, just get out of there. There's plenty of audience for you on Facebook, and then some. And we're going to get together, and I'm going to show you how to propagate that sucker and just explode over there in a really awesome way. Just from one person, huh? That's crazy. I wonder why they won't take them down with all the proof you have. Yes, Joe, that hilarity. I'm not going to show you my toes right now, but one time Joe came over and, yeah, okay, my toenails needed clipping, and then he couldn't stop talking about it, and he still can't, and I think it's been like a year. I don't know. What? What are you talking about, Chris Stevens? Whenever anyone says kick a dog, it's an invitation to be let go of the scope. Yeah, these are my thin optics, which Lynn doesn't like how I look on with them on these scopes and stuff, but what are you going to do? They're what I have on me at all times, and I can't do Periscope without them because there's just no way I'm reading these comments. Well, what a nice little explosion of people here. Of course, Joe Simon is doing his show within my show. Of course, you can. Oh, are you out? Are you talking to me? Of course, you can ask me a question, Joe. That's what I'm here for. Self Networks is joined. So wow, okay. So Joe just invited followers. So now I feel like I've got it. Why won't they take him down? I don't know, because obviously I don't know the details of your case. But anybody who's doing stuff like that, it should be beyond I mean, you should be able to go above Periscope to have somebody make that decision. Law of Attraction. I just attracted these people as I was talking about leaving Periscope. Do I have a claim to fame? I was a featured teacher in the film The Secret 10 years ago, and I'm best known as a Law of Attraction teacher, and do a lot of stuff mostly online. And now I am moving on to no luck, huh? Well, then again, just get out of there. Come on over here. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've never read the book K. Naponelli. Sorry, it takes a while. Yeah, I know. I see. Joe's show peeps are in my house. That's awesome. Well, I'm just contemplating leaving because Facebook Live just is a much more fertile ground for the things that I am up to and the way that I want to do it. You know, and yes, there's numbers there too. But I got to tell you right now, Joe, you have done, and somebody else shared too and brought some folks into this room. So it's still possible to fill a room. It's still possible. You're a Bob Show peep. Steve Holder, well, you got to go to are you watching it on Facebook? Because I moved it from Blab. Blab was, you only want to share friends? What do you mean? No, I don't know what you mean. At times you can't get your message across due to constant. Oh yeah, right. It's so distracting. You get somebody in there, but I don't understand why you can't just block them. How does it? Do they just keep coming in with different names? No. Well, I haven't done my farewell blab, but I did my last. It just kept crashing on me. And look, it's a beta. You know, my Facebook people are like, "What are you doing when I do Facebook Live?" I like it. Um, if they scope your this new thing, they scope your scopes. Oh no, really? Will not do Facebook. Okay, well, that's where I am, Steve, for a million great reasons. But as I was saying, there's still something about this vibe here on Periscope that I really like. I mean, I wouldn't want to be going what through Joe's going through. Jesus, I don't want to. I mean, but the first day that happened, I'd be like, all right, I'm done with this. I've got options. Why would I stay? Right? If it's about rebuilding my target, I'm doing that with my whole entire career. I'm rebuilding my entire base. I'm going from being known from law of attraction teacher to host of this ridiculously insane weird show called the Bob Doyle Show that talks very little about the law of attraction. So I'm in a rebuild, and Joe, it wouldn't take you any time to rebuild an audience over here on Facebook. But there will be those people like Steve that won't come over. And you know, like I said earlier in this broadcast, I have been there. I used to be. But then once I got over there, you know, I like to connect with people, and there's just not that many, you know, online. Anyway, that's, yeah, it's obvious why I'm up there. I've just made the decision to go there with all of its faults and all of its invasion of privacy and all of it. I'm still there, and I will be there. CEO CSI, I am just hanging out doing a Periscope with a freshly groomed, hold on, a freshly groomed Cody who is exhausted. It's been a stressful day. We had a guest dog over, and then he got groomed, and he's just sacked out. But anyway, so yeah, so that's why I'm going over to Facebook, and there's lots of technical reasons that I talked about earlier in this as well. I can just do a lot more bazam than I can here. Cody is no, he's not impressed. He's so funny. Thank you, Infinity Films. They're thin optics. Cody, you just do a good job of getting a reaction. Facebook Live is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, just in terms of, and this is, you know, what I'm a huge proponent of it now because of how quickly you can get your message out. What are the numbers? My numbers aren't very impressive right now, Joe, with the show. I mean, they come and go, and I'm still trying to find a time of day. The show itself will be, now when I go live on Wednesdays with my yes, yeah, there is a slight delay in the chat over there. When I go live with my law of attraction stuff on Facebook Live, the numbers are great, you know, for me as a building thing. The show itself, it's going to have challenges for lots of reasons. Number one, people don't understand what it is. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. It's new over on Facebook. You know, it's a whole. I gotta train a whole bunch of new people about what I'm up to. So I'm not expecting any sort of numbers miracles. But I do know that, you know, they are showing up, they are sharing, they are commenting, it's getting propagated out there. So it's just a matter of time. You do private pay scopes? Awesome, man. Limited comments. Interesting. Thank you, Crazy Beautiful. But I mean, you know, I've hardly been here at all anyway. Well, all right, Wendy. Good night. It's nice to have you here. Sorry I didn't they had this flurry. It's horrible if you do public. So when I get those invitations from you, Joe, like the heart to heart or whatever, those are private, right? Can you do groups, or do you have to like select individual people? I mean, how long does it take you to set up a private broadcast? Or can you just go, I trust these people? Anyway, it's a pain, huh? Yuck. So everything's happening on Facebook. Now I'm off. Oh, you left it, and now there it is. Yeah. I like I was saying earlier, I wanted to resist Facebook Live because I just wanted Periscope to just be it. I didn't want to learn a whole new thing, and I didn't want to deal with whatever the Facebook rules and restrictions are going to be. Oh, for the piano. That's the other thing about being Facebook Live and so on. I can hook it all into my audio system. I have many more audio possibilities. It's just, again, for someone like me who's just a broadcaster at heart and who's used to producing things with audio and video and just that kind of stuff. I can't do that. There's no facility to do that here on Periscope. Even though I love this, I do love this. But for a show, I can't do a show. Not my show like this. I know people do shows on Periscope, but I am also looking at the long term, writing on the wall. Where are people really going to be going to watch? If I want to build a brand, if I want to build a show, where's it going to be for the long term? And that's why I got to go to Facebook now and wherever gets bigger after that. And I was saying earlier to folks, and I said this to Joe earlier, with the technology I'm using now to broadcast, I can broadcast not only just to Facebook Live, I am simultaneously broadcasting to YouTube and Ustream and what did I say, Twitch, and I can keep adding these networks, these content delivery networks, with just the same stream. Can't do premium pay-view on Facebook. No, you're right, Joe, you can't do that. You might be able to, no, I don't know what you'd do. I don't know what you'd do. I don't know what you would do, except you could broadcast on a, you will soon be able to broadcast. Here's what you do, Joe. You can broadcast into a group, and the group would be, the group would be your, although, can you do directly into groups? You can't do directly into groups yet. You would have to be on your personal page. Anyway, just give it time. It'll figure itself out. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that very much. Don't understand any of this. Well, we're just talking about personal broadcasting and how it's evolving, and why I'm going the direction I'm going with it. Yes, you can make money through broadcasting, and I did, like, for example, here's a great example. So I teach a voiceover course, and I've been, and on Blab, and even before that on Periscope, I would demonstrate my voiceover process, how I did it. And then I would talk about this course that I have, and that's how I sold virtually every single one of the people who have joined this. And then I just did it again, and I've been doing on Facebook Live. So my second official Facebook Live full screen broadcast thing was me doing my whole voiceover thing. It's like an hour and 20 minutes of watching me do this, showing you around Fiverr how you can make money, the whole thing, explaining everything. And I generated what, $600 from that, from doing that. And I had to do that work anyway, right? So yes, you can definitely, if you're strategic about it and all of that. Like with the Bob Doyle show right now, though, it's not about that. The Bob Doyle show is strictly about me just experiencing, playing with exactly what's in my head, riffing, going just pure ad lib, doing all my stupid ideas, letting stuff just fall, crash and burn, pushing my computer and everything else. I do voiceover work. And that's how I spend most of my time, voiceover work and this show. Is kind of what my life is now, and I love both of those things. I mean, they're really true passions of mine. And while I, still teach the law of attraction every Wednesday live on Facebook Live, I've been doing that for 12 years, and it's, where would you hear my work? Well, because I do all my work over on Fiverr, but don't run away. I do stuff for radio and TV, but also a lot of explainer videos for internet stuff, and voicemail systems. I have such a wide variety of clients there. But my point with, it's a 6-figure business for me over at Fiverr, that voiceover thing. And I say that not just because people scoff at Fiverr. They think they'll write it off themselves. Now, Joe, don't go off on my comments about Fiverr. It's not for everyone, I guess, but for me in voiceover, it was perfect. And I get to do it part-time, and I love it. And I love teaching other people how to do it too. I do YouTube Live. YouTube Live I do at the same time as Facebook, but there's nobody hanging out over on a live YouTube page. There's nobody waiting for that to happen. Thank you, Anun. I like them too. They're very convenient. They are constantly on the back of my phone case, so I always have them with me. So yeah, but I do YouTube Live, and I love YouTube Live because it archives a really good quality of the recording. I'm finding that the Facebook Live recordings aren't always that great. Is it custom made? No, you can buy these at thinoptics.com, or you can go to bobdoylelikes.com/classes or something. I don't remember what I said. Anyway, Thin Optics is what they're called. And I love them. I go nowhere without them, literally. Menus would be impossible without these. And so would Periscope, because the comments, gotta have them. Anyway, so yeah, Facebook. Could you repeat the name of your Facebook page? Sure. Well, yeah. So my personal page is facebook.com/boundlessliving. And if you just go to Facebook and do a search, I've got a zillion Facebook pages. The ones that are the most pertinent right now are my personal page, obviously, the Bob Doyle Show page, and my Law of Attraction Resources page. Those are the ones, and then I've got lots of groups, private groups for some of my clients and students and people who are taking, like the people who are doing the voiceover course. We have our own private Facebook group there, and that's where they post their assignments, and we go back and forth, and then we have ongoing meetings using Zoom, which is a different sort of video meeting platform to do where I do actual voiceover coaching and help people who have never had any experience. This course is for people who have little or no experience. All right, Tilly Tinman, thank you. Night to you as well. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wind this down. I had no idea. Hey, MGM4444. Had no idea I was going to go this long and that the room was going to fill. I see. Now that's the whole thing. There's the irony, isn't it? That I came over here to talk about how I'm leaving, or probably leaving, or definitely eventually leaving Periscope to go to Facebook because there's nobody here on Periscope for me. And then I get a couple of invites in here and I'm talking to 64 people or whatever. And now it's, whatever. But yes, well, come over and see me on Facebook. There's plenty to catch up on over there. If you go to the Bob Doyle Show page on Facebook, I'll just say this, facebook.com/Bob Doyle Show. You can see the archives of all the shows I've done up to this point, even the ones starting over on Blab, and then lots of other little Bob Doyle related weirdnesses over there as well. And then there's BobDoyleShow.com, which also has the archives of the show. But you'll see, if you go there, you'll see I'm Facebooking it. Well, that's great. That's great. Thank you. See, Joe, you're awesome. You brought your page. Thank you for liking the page. Can't wait to watch. I appreciate that, Brooklyn Betty. So there's lots of different places you can consume this show, and I'm trying to get it all narrowed down to BobDoyleShow.com and learn how to broadcast still on Facebook Live, but have it embedded in my page over there, and I'm getting there. So that basically I'm sending everybody to one place, but always in Facebook because people will always be there too. Anyway, I hope that you will come over there and follow me and watch the show and give me feedback or whatever. Again, I don't expect everybody to get it or like it. I don't. Something's wrong if they do, because it's much too niche-y, I think. And it's me just trying everything I can think of. And I know that some of it's not going to work, and some of it does. There's parts of it Lynn absolutely hates that I do. And I'm doing it anyway, and I tell her that all the time. So, because that's the beauty of all of this, is we're free to try anything and everything. Nobody's telling us we can't. And so why not, right? Now's the time to just get out here and play with all these platforms and experiment and just go nuts. That's what I got excited about Periscope eventually. Then Blab got me more excited. And now Facebook Live has got me off the charts because now I'm seeing the real potential of being in that space. And who knows what can come from all of that. All I know is do it because I love to do it. And only the way I love to do it. That's the only way it's ever going to turn into anything that I would want to do for the rest of my life. Absolutely have to do it on my terms, my rules, my sensibility, my sense of humor, my timetable. Gotta love every aspect of it, right? Or else, why would I do it? Why would I leave an amazing career projection with the law of attraction stuff, or divert from it, or add to it, or whatever, with something if I didn't absolutely love every moment of it? So I'm going to make sure that I do, which means that some people aren't going to get it, and they'll say, all right, well, I liked him for a while there, but he's gotten weird on me. And then they'll move on, and then I'll find my new tribe. And that's what I want. But this next 50 years of my life, the new tribe. And some of the new tribe will be the old tribe too. They already are. I've had lots of law of attraction people already follow me over to this new world, even if they are kind of going, I still don't really figure it out, but I'll keep watching and see what he does. And that's kind of how I am every day. Every day I do it. It's like, well, we'll just keep seeing where I go with this. But it's fun. And I do want to inspire people to to take advantage of this time we live in. If you've got something in you that wants to get out, you've got the technology. Now it's just about getting over yourself and the fear of judgment. And I'll tell you this about the Bob Doyle Show is I don't care about judgment at all. I don't care that Lynn doesn't get certain parts of it or doesn't like certain parts. I don't care that no one thinks a certain part is funny. It doesn't matter to me because, number one, I'm not taking any feedback in terms of here's what you should do or not do. I'm ignoring every single bit of that on every level. I am paying attention to people who, if they say I don't like it or whatever, trying to understand, okay, well, what is it? It's not that I'll change it. I'm just trying to understand who's out there and all of that. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I mean, if I don't do this exactly the way I want to and weed out everybody, then it's just a total. Then my whole career in this path is a compromise, trying to appeal to the masses when that's not at all what I want to do. Yes, I want masses, but I want them to be there because they truly get it and want to be a part of it. And here's the other thing about being a broadcaster these days is how wonderful it is that it's now interactive. So the Bob Doyle Show is not me doing a show at you. Hey, Denise. It's not me doing a show at you. It's hopefully doing a show with you. Joe. Hashtag toenails. Well, hi, Jerry. First timer. So I wanted to be interactive. And again, with the new technology, I can bring you in almost like a blab. You can call me on Skype. The Bob Doyle Show has its own Skype address. So while I'm live, you can call Skype Bob Doyle Show, and I can bring you in, and you can be interviewed that way. That's how I will do all my interviews. How long have I been on Periscope? Since day one. Since the day it launched. Yeah. So it is kind of it's kind of weird. Like it's been easier for me to kind of say bye to Blab, even though I love that. Like Brittany Metz, I really love her energy over there, and I like what they were doing, and I liked what they were trying to do, and I liked the technology, but it just it's still in beta. I mean, that's what we all have to remember. We can't complain about it. It's in beta. So we signed up and said, yeah, we're gonna beta test your tool. We can't bitch about the audio going out or it crashing or a feature not working. It's a beta. That's what beta means. So, but if you're ready, like in my case, I know I'm ready to move forward. I can't be on a beta platform right now. I have to be on a platform that works all the time, or 99.9999999% of the time. If I'm going to be serious, you have a beta fish, right? My fish is still in alpha stage. Periscope's not a beta platform, but Blab is. And Blab is what allowed me. I was able to use my computer to do graphics and different things that, you can't do on Periscope, and most people weren't doing over at Blab, but some were. But the screen on Blab it's not a full 16 by 9, so I had to squish everything into the middle. I know, and Blab was around before Periscope, but no one knew about it. Yeah. So. But anyway, but now I've got full flexibility and access to all these other live streaming networks. Why wouldn't I do it? It's just well, that's okay. I mean, if you're not into the personal broadcasting world, but a lot of these people who are on Periscope, they're on here and they've been on here for a long time because they've really embraced the technology of personal broadcasting and they're watching it. They're watching the technology and it's moving so fast. You're a little confused? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I guess I probably do make an assumption that, well, you all know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Facebook Live and Blab and all of those things. But I know that personal broadcasting like this is like what my whole life has been about. Ever since I was a kid and I wanted to be on radio, but I wanted to do it my way. And when I was on the radio and I wanted to do it my way, right? I wanted my creative endeavors. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And you can't do that when somebody else is in charge. And there was no video for my radio. And I never would have thought that, I never had a desire to go into TV. My dad was in TV. He did weather. I play ukulele on Periscope sometimes. It's been a long time. But actually, so I say all of this about Facebook. And I haven't gotten the uke vibe very well on Facebook or on Blab. Periscope. That's where the uke feels right. And I think it's because
it's just that's pure intimacy. No tricks, no. I mean, every now and then I'll run it through my iPad, my audio through my iPad, so I can have, yeah, like Howard, exactly, and lots of people who I really admire. They go, I'm not compromising. I'm doing it my way, and if you don't like it, or if I can't do it here, fine. I'm going to go find the place to do it for the people who let me do it. Why would I compromise? I mean, and you can say, well, you're a diva. You could say whatever. Okay, fine, call it that. But I'm going to end up doing what I absolutely love with no compromise. What are you doing? I know, I can be such a bitch. Hi, Kim Tone. Uh, yeah, I'll do it my way. And for years, I mean, for years, I've been compromising that. And the secret was the most life changing career thing that could ever possibly happen to me, right? And so I'm very grateful for everything that it was. Hey, Namaste, man, and Dino Mike has joined the house. This is if we could. This has been a very interesting Periscope, I must say. So I'm very grateful for all of that. But I did start to compromise a lot of stuff that was in who I was. Well, you know why, Dino Mike? Because Facebook Live. That's why. Um, hey, Greg. So, and I've been talking about it for quite a long time, so I can't rehash the entire thing. But there's just so many reasons for me to go over to Facebook Live. But now the point. Well, I'm just talking about Greg, how Facebook Live is really more the platform for me and where I need to go, and the the number of people there. But this is like the worst broadcast to say all this because I've had more people in and out of this room here today than I have in weeks or months probably. So you're totally disproving my entire point. All right, Denise, thanks. So nice to have you in here. Hey, it's me, Melanie, and other people who are joining. So, yeah, yes, and I don't remember what I was saying. It's the uke. The uke is the place. Periscope is the place, I think, for me to do the uke. I may change that. I may, but I've tried it on my show on Blab, and I've tried it on my show in on well on Facebook Live. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't have that the intimacy. But I mean, that just could be me. Well, I didn't boot you. Um, so what I've been saying on my show is that I'm not going to do the uke in the show, and then I'm going to do it on Periscope, and I'll pick some in the evenings sometimes. Great, thanks. But I still haven't really done that either. I really just, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really have to make a decision. It's been, I mean, like a final decision. And that's never been my intention to come in here and go, all right, like Blab, I probably won't go back to unless they give me some really compelling reason. But Periscope, I still love it here, and I still love the vibe of it. So there is a reason for me to come back. And you don't have to. Well, if you have a phone, Jerry, and if you're in Facebook on your phone and you go to make a post, it will say one of your options is go live. Now you can only do it from your phone unless now you have special software on your desktop, and then it becomes a whole different level of geekness. And that's the world I'm living in, is learning all of this broadcast software basically so I can create, you know, a lot of just crazy crap. I just want that it just gives me way more creative outlets for things than I can do here on Periscope. Not that I don't like being challenged to be creative without the use of tricks. I do. But the tricks are there and they're fun and I want to play with them, and so I'm gonna. And that's what I'm doing with the show. And it may scale back. Who knows? I mean, there's nothing certain about the show except that I'm trying everything. And then I'll decide what sticks and what I like to do. And it may be like, it could end up that my show, quote unquote, just turns out being this, and I don't do any of the other little stuff I do. And I think there's just something about this isn't a show, right? I mean, to call this a show would be weird. Hey, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. Now let's just chat back and forth on Periscope. That would, I don't know. The Bob Doyle Show, has theme music and graphics and segments, interviews and app reviews. And every now and then I'll play the uke, and there's a monologue and there's a thing I'm going to do, right? And I'm just not going to bring that to Periscope. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't, there's something, to me, this is so intimate and personal and real. I mean, when Lynn and I do the Fun with Bob and Lynn show, that's different because that's just fun and, that's a whole different, and that lends itself to Periscope. That's perfect for Periscope too. But the Bob Doyle show, as I'm doing it, isn't perfect for Periscope. But I still sure like doing this, though. This has been great. And seeing a bunch of old friends, and you've heard of the Bob and Lynn show? Get out of here. Really? Fun with Bob and Lynn? Well, we've been doing it for 4 years, but the last year has been on Periscope. Before that, it was a podcast. You can actually go to iTunes and download, and hear all of our, well, not all of them, actually, not nearly all of them. And we've done so many that we never shared, but we probably could now. Anyway, don't follow Periscope too much. I haven't. I mean, it's long ago I turned off, notifications because it was just so many. And so I don't really know what's going on. And like I said, Lynn will occasionally nightly go through and see who's on Periscope. But I'm not really into it. I just don't know. I don't know. I think what it is that it's just, I'm feeling overwhelmed with all the different options. And I feel like I got to decide, at least not like I would only use one, but like, where's my main focus going to be? Boundless Living. If you go to facebook.com/boundless living, and then there's also facebook.com/Bob Doyle Show, which has all the stuff about the show in it. Yeah, it is. I am a kid in a candy store, but I can't have all this candy. I need to choose a favorite or two. So definitely Periscope and Facebook Live are my favorite too, but it's also clear that I'm probably going to be spending much more time over on Facebook Live. But I got to be honest, today has invigorated my Periscopeness tremendously. It was nice and organic and had a nice flow of people in and out, and it was fun to talk to everybody too. Right, too much candy confusion. Yeah, too many choices, then I feel shut down. Right? Overwhelmed, then I just can't choose. Like the whole thing about a dog. You can't give a dog however many choices because they'll just get stuck. And that's how, and it's in marketing too. You don't want to give people too many choices because then they can't choose anything. So, but just from my experience and the vibe, Periscope is an all-time favorite. And the people I've met on Periscope too, the friends we've made, both Lynn and I, through Periscope has been really great. And I'm hoping that same thing will occur over on Facebook Live. And the other thing that Facebook Live is letting me do is I'm really connecting with a lot of people who have been following me or been my friends for a really long time that we've never really connected. They just liked something or left a comment, but we've never had any exchange. And now I am exchanging with them. So that's really cool to see to see people who I've seen their name on my timeline for 3-4 years or more. Facebook Live, no. Well, Facebook Live occurs within Facebook. So again, Facebook Live occurs within Facebook. If you want to broadcast live on Facebook, you need to have the Facebook app from your phone. You need to have your Facebook app on your phone. And then when you just go to do a status update, just like any other post, you'll see the options that come up, like adding a photo or adding a video or adding whatever, and then there'll be a little icon that says go live. Now look, it may still not be available for 100% of the people. I don't know. I thought it was. So it may not be showing up, but just make sure you have the latest Facebook app, and it should show up for you. And if you have a Facebook page of any kind for your business or your organization or whatever, you should be able to do it there as well. But you got to do it from your phone unless you have encoder software that is designed for interfacing with these video services through the back end, which is what I'm doing. Video it stays on forever. It doesn't fade away. It becomes a part of your timeline and it stays there, which is another great plus for Facebook Live. And when you broadcast from your phone, at the end, you can opt to have it saved to your phone, so you'll have it there as well. So for archival purposes, it's great. And again, like what I'm doing with Facebook Live, not only is it going to Facebook Live, but it's also going to YouTube and lots of other services as well. Stand on Periscope that everything goes after, 24 hours. It goes away. And there used to be a service called catch.me that saved it, but no longer. There is a service called Full Scope. Full. What is it? Fullscope.tv or something? Yeah, fullscope.tv. That it will archive and give you amazing analytics. It's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely worth going over to see fullscope.tv. Yep, thank you, Delta Moxie. No, there aren't enough hours in the day. That is true. But I'll tell you what's so great about my life these days is those hours are being filled with stuff that I'm really super excited about. I'm just spending my days setting up my green screen studio for my live broadcasts and finding graphics and doing music and figuring out who am I going to interview next and playing with the technology. How can I push this even further? You know, to do something that will get the attention of somebody who I don't have in mind yet. You know, all I can tell you is this. Last time I followed my dream like this and just did something because I was passionate about it was when I created the Wealth Beyond Reason program in 2002. I started teaching the law of attraction, not because I had any aspirations of being in any sort of a film that might one day get created, but because I love doing it. And because I did that, I created an opportunity for me to be found and chosen for The Secret, which changed my life and of course lots of other people's as well. So, yeah, I guess I am sort of telling you a little bit about myself. So then The Secret happened, and that of course was a life changer. And now I'm in the same spot where I'm feeling that same level of passion and commitment towards a new direction. And all I have to do is just keep doing it. And then if it is destiny for me to be found by somebody or something an opportunity to happen, then it will. But I'm not going right now after the opportunity. I'm going after doing what I love. Right? I'm spending my day doing what I love doing, not going, who do I talk to like that? Like I have to, I don't even feel ready for that yet. Right? I'm still figuring out what the show is. And that's where the juice is right now and I was saying this I think on my show, not that long ago, you know, a lot of people will embark on an endeavor like this because of the end goal, right? They feel like if I do this show and it's a success, I'll feel this way. I'll feel successful. I'll feel abundant. I'll feel important. I'll feel loved. I'll feel whatever, right? That's not what I'm going for. I'm realizing that I've already reached my goal by just doing the show. That's what I love, is the feeling I have doing the show. And it doesn't matter if I have 1 viewer, 0 viewers, or 1,000 viewers. I still have the same feeling. Now I'm saying that with the audience that I have now. Now, when I get up to 1,000, 2,000 viewers watching the show every day, I'm sure I'll have a different energy. I'm sure I'll treat it a little bit differently. I'll give it a little bit more significance or whatever. That just my ego will kick in, and I'll be very aware that there are that many people. But I will still love it. I will never compromise the way I approach this show in a way that I don't love doing it every single time I do it. And if I get there, I have to stop until I figure out how do I get back to loving it again, because it's just too important. This is like the project my whole life I feel has been led up to. I was a broadcasting person my whole life, or wanting to be, and then I did it, and then I got into The Secret. I mean, I did my whole life has all made this possible, right? It's all led to this, despite the fact that what it is that I'm doing is so much different than what most people know me for. But when I started The Secret, I was best known for being in the physique transformation world. I was a fitness guy, right? And so I thought, well, gosh, I'm going to shake up the fitness people by this law of attraction move. And then look what happened. It was fine. And so that's the same approach I just am assuming now, is that, yes, I'll shake some people up. Not everybody's going to follow me. Not everybody's going to like me. It'll happen at the speed that it happens. I'm not at all attached to making it hurry up. I want it to be done correctly and at the right pace, and feel fun and stress-free, because I believe that's possible, and I'm living it every day. I can't tell you how much the quality of my life. Thank you. Is it Mary Jana? Is that how you say your name? How much my life has improved overall since the beginning of March, when I made the decision to take some time to play and just kind of stop thinking so much about work stuff and just really take a step back and play with whatever I wanted to. And out of that came the commitment to the show, and also a commitment Mariana. Okay, Mariana. It started March of last year, 2015, Johnny. Um, yeah, and then I realized that, well, I'm not stopping at the end of March. Every day, every month is play month from now on. And everything about my life has gotten better as a result of that attitude. And it's exciting. And I'll tell you what's most exciting about it is it's so in alignment with what I teach, it's ridiculous as a law of attraction teacher. And it made me realize how much I wasn't quite living that until I started living it and going, wow, things really are easy when you just do that, when you really do what you love to do and don't have the resistance and the attachments and all that other stuff. You know, what can happen. So, yeah, I continue to learn my own lessons and create new ones. So anyway, well, you guys are inviting followers. I really have been trying to, of course, end this for 45 minutes or whatever. Not because I don't like doing it, but I just felt like it was time to move on. And then all these new people. Now, Mariana just invited followers. So now I feel like I got to start all over again. Okay, Facebook. Yeah. Hey, honey. Butterfly, maybe? Let's see. How do private scopes work? Honey bee fly. Chief of myself. I like to rhyme. Don't know why. Poetic living. Searching divine. Live in the moment. Enjoy your time. There's some rhyming. That's just fine. No, but they can watch the replay. I think I missed something. Well, yes, that's true. You can watch the replay. What a heck of a replay. Keep asking your questions. That's okay, Johnny. It's the story of my broadcast life. I'm really, really terrible about ending. That's the other nice thing about the Bob Doyle show is I have a ending, theme, and closing, so I know how to get out, even though I failed a couple of times. Now Lynn Rose has joined. Hi, Lenny Lynn. Lynn's just in the next room. She's down there. Why don't you just come in here and say hello? Yo, Pickles! I know you. I know you from the Periscope Summit. Right? Am I correct? I think you're up on a panel. Right? Am I right? I remember you. Yep. I see. I was right. And now Yo Pickles has invited followers. Holy moly! Wow. Linus Cash Daddy. Truly. Okay, Heart Mob. I love it. Excellent. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Bob Doyle, and I'll tell you what I really loved about this scope, this particular one. Whoa, that was cool. I've never seen that before. There was some huge freaking heart explosion, like not just a steady stream of hearts. It just went boom, and it just did it again. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. That's insane. Maybe it's just blocked up. But what's been interesting about this scope is that there's been a handful of people saying, now, who are you again? Which I really like. Like, they didn't know me from The Secret. They didn't know what I was up to. They knew nothing at all about me. That felt really nice and organic. I like that very much. So, hey, Ella Melbourne. Now, is it Ella from Melbourne? Let's find out. Let's see if we can find. Wow, there's so much going on here. It's like it's locking up. It's craziness. Hey, Lynn, check this out. Hold on. What? Come on. Wow, I can't do my, you give heart explosions. I don't know how you do that, but you're doing it. How is that happening? Is that a glitch, or are you really doing that on purpose? Because I have to know how that's happening.
They're doing it.
How do they do that?
They have everyone hitting the alerts.
Yeah, but okay. You have to turn your radio down. Hold on now. It's not. I'm trying to do the pressing, the hold, and then sketching to show that that's a new thing. Son of Isaac has invited followers. This scope has been crazy. It's been as many as 80.
I heard it in the background.
Yeah,
Hey,
Joe was
hi,
here for a
everybody.
while. He invited his followers.
Sweet.
So there was a lot of people here. And
I love the heart.
Yeah, the heart explosion is crazy
That's
cool.
so cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lynn Rose.
Hello.
Not only is she the love of my life, but she is another personal broadcaster as well. And we both got on Periscope the same day. And this whole scope, babe, was about me saying, well, I'm probably, the migration over to Facebook Live.
Hi, you guys. Oh,
But then
everyone's
today
saying
it's
hi.
been like
Hi.
this amazing, like, oh yeah, this is why I love Periscope.
Pensacola.
I mean, this is clearly the most whatever show I've ever done. And
This is so great.
It's the one I said
The
where I was saying
farewell
goodbye. But maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they get me.
Where can they go to see you on Facebook Live?
I've only told them a million times.
Well, I know, but you just had a bunch
All
of
right,
people join you.
so what we're talking about is why I'm going over to Facebook Live. Oh, now all of a sudden.
Oh, funny.
Hold
What's
on.
that?
Sorry, guys. I think it shows okay, but
It's
like
showing
now
okay
it's
on
showing
here
my
to
whole
me.
sketch and hide
See?
chat and camera flip is up, and now I can't get rid of that.
Oh, really? Well, here.
So, all right, I can. It's okay. I
You can
know,
see mine.
but I can't see your comments. Oh, I see you. I can see the comments over there.
Bob, don't leave Periscope.
Deb
says
Tillman,
Deb.
right? Well, see, it's more like
We are messing
I'm
your
not,
phone up. says
You
Yo
are. You're
Pickles.
killing my phone. It's awesome. But no, I'm not. I said this earlier. I'm not coming over here saying I'm never going to Periscope again. But I am. I did come over here to say I'm doing most of my stuff on Facebook Live, and then I went on and on about all the reasons why I think I have to, why I have to do it. And I'm not saying that everyone should do it. I'm saying that for my goals for personal broadcasting, Periscope just simply doesn't support the things I want to do. However, I did say a little while ago that for the ukulele, this is, I think, the place to be. Because I just can't seem to generate the same vibe in the Facebook environment and the Blab environment. I never really felt it that much. But Periscope, it's just much more natural. And that's another thing that since I've started doing the show, which I've added several layers of stress to my personal broadcasting with all the graphics and all the different things I do, that coming to Periscope is just this wonderful, relaxing, nothing to stress over. It's like an escape from it. But it doesn't mean I don't like doing I like the quote unquote stress involved with it.
Someone was asking, what is the
All right,
secret?
who am I? So there's Yo Pickles asking
And
me
also,
who
just
am I.
let them know I'm not. You can see now the comments or no?
Okay.
You
okay.
can't actually.
They're
I'll keep mine
I
here.
think they're going to catch up. So
And I'm not leaving Periscope.
Yo Pickles,
FYI.
best known as being one of the featured teachers in the film The Secret. It was a Law of Attraction movie about 10 years ago, and that's how most people know me. And but I have been migrating towards doing my own non-law of attraction related broadcasting in the form of the Bob Doyle Show, and I also do voiceover work and teach
play
people
the ukulele.
and play the ukulele and teach people how to do voiceover work too. So those are really where my big directions are, and because a lot of that has to do with like training and teaching and displaying things, I need the technology that is. I know, Deb. I know you through Periscope too. Hey, Victor is back too. Yeah, my comments are frozen, but I mean,
But
clearly
you're watching via mine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're able to
I'm
see.
looking at Lynn's phone now, so I can see all of this. Your fingers are gonna fall off. Look at those hearts, you guys.
That's
Seriously.
so wonderful.
And it does come across as an explosion over here.
Do you want me to bring you
Hearts
your
and
uke? Have you
affirm-
played a uke yet?
No, I haven't. Yes, I was in The Secret.
Do you guys want to hear him play uke?
Oh, I see. That's why I can't do it because no, it's still my phone's just sort of.
Well, I got
it's
this. You can
stuck.
watch the comments from here.
I think it even tried to
They're
draw.
saying yes. They want to hear yes, yes, yes.
Well,
play
that's
it, play
because
it.
you set them up.
I know, but you're awesome. Here.
I was not. Did
That's a
not.
cigar box guitar.
Well, that's a guitar and not a uke, and it needs to be plugged in. Yes. Okay. So I should look at your comments because mine. I know you mean uke instead of Ike. I'm friends of Twisted Arm. Oh, we never leave a flat. We can leave a flash mob on him. Let's stay here. Let's hear you play.
Here you go.
Well, hold on. I'll play this one. This one sounds better. All right. All right. I'm gonna play something
Oh, how
because
great.
everybody's being.
Scheckler just invited followers.
But you're
Lynn's
gonna-
your roadie. Yeah.
But you have
What
to
have
hold.
done?
You have to hold the
Oh, I have to hold. Okay.
the phone.
Is it pointed at you right?
It's
Correctly?
well, you can't see the uke or anything. Oh man,
this?
my hands are so now. There's a weird lighting thing happening. It's glaring.
Okay, I'll move. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I was doing just fine.
This is a bed scope. Uke scope on the bed.
Oh, you wanted more?
I'm-
Lullaby of Birdland. That's what I always hear when you sigh. Never in my wordland could there be ways to reveal in a phrase how I feel. Have you ever seen two turtle doves, Bill and Coo? When they love, that's the type of magic music we make with our lips. When we kiss, then there's that weepy old willow. He really knows how to cry.
This is great
That's how
times.
I'd weep on my pillow. if you should tell me farewell and goodbye, lullaby of birdland. Whisper low, kiss me soft, then I'll go flying high in birdland, high in the sky. Flying high in birdland, high in the sky. Flying high in birdland, high in the sky. Up above, 'cause we're in love. All right.
Hey, wait, do the song you
No,
wrote.
I did one song.
Oh,
One song.
You
One song.
always have to convince you. Do you mean
One
to still
song.
hold this so you can
All right,
see
so, wow,
them?
I can't see any of
So
my
you can see
any
your
of these. All right,
comments.
thank you. I have to get all my things on Lynn's phone because I'm not getting
Okay.
hearts or comments over here anymore.
Well, you can see the comments here, though.
Okay, thank you guys. That's my first official performance of that song anywhere. And what's funny is that song has been in front of me for years. I've always known what that song is. And I was recently in San Diego to be on Christy Whitman's live stream, and I was in a hotel. I was waiting around. I thought, well, I'm just going to learn. I had a goal. I'm going to learn a song tonight. And I'm going scrolling through. I see that one. I go, well, there's a song that I've avoided for a long time. I think I'll take it on. And I was looking at it and go, I'm not going to learn this tonight. It's going to be too hard. But then I clicked in. It was like, I'm not going to sleep until I know this song.
More or I leave, says the box banger.
Bye, Box Banger.
Oh, Bob.
Come on. I've been scoping for like an hour. I have no idea. It's been a really long time. I'm tired.
You're the boss. Play it.
But that was really nice of you guys. Thanks. And it was fun. See, I like doing this on Periscope. It just feels, I like the uke on Periscope. It just feels better.
Just keep them going. in
Multi-talented.
different
That's
ways.
nice of you to say. I wish I could see that on my own phone. I wish I could see my own comments.
We do
Ukulele,
our
right.
Bob and Lynn on
I
here,
see I
too.
can't read now because, hold on.
Oh, gee.
Well, I took my-
Ukulele, don't leave.
I took my,
You have talent.
Where's my, oh.
There you go. There you go. I'm just trying to read the
All right,
comments. for
you have
right now.
talent. Thank you, Rich. I'm sure you have talent. Or
Oops.
is that what it was? Well, you can't move around because I can't read it.
Well, I'm just
I
trying to
can't-
keep
I
you in the focus of the frame, not me.
repeat will show them all. I don't know what's happening. Hi, play it. You stick around a teeny bit on scope. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I may do all my uke stuff here. I don't know.
Well, what about Fun with Bob and Lynn, too?
And Fun with Bob and Lynn we still do on Periscope. Yes, absolutely. That's true.
do both
So, but here's the
Periscope
thing.
and
Here,
Facebook
so
Live.
Bob, well, yeah, no, I know, but I'm just. This was about where I'm going primarily and why, and what, why I am the secret man. Yes, I'm the secret man.
You're
Oh
the
wait, that's
secret
that's
man.
probably that's such an old.
Secret
That's probably a
man.
really really old.
No, no, no.
These are these.
No,
will give me
no.
new perspective.
I'm not
Imagine we're a
seeing
flash
any-
mob. You're
any
making
now,
up.
but you are.
We give explosion of hearts. Yeah, that's really
Oh,
old. That's so old. I'm just
okay.
now getting your comment that said, "Yo, Pickles, we give explosion of hearts." I'm just getting that. That was like 5 minutes ago or more.
Well, but you're seeing the current comments on mine. So
Well, I don't see any comments on yours right now. They
right
seem to
now,
have
mine's
stopped.
not showing anything.
I think I broke Periscope. Look,
Just Josh
Look.
enjoying, though. Oh, Cody.
little Cody love.
Yeah, he just got groomed today.
He smells so. Oh gosh, he went right at my
You're
nose.
time traveling, Deb said.
I am.
Dino Mike said you're coy. I agree.
No, he
He's
meant
so coy.
Cody.
Oh,
He meant Cody.
oh. Heart Mob crew into house. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys awesome, really. That was so fun. What a great time. This was going to be such a, guys, I seriously expected 4 people because that's what's been happening. I figured like 4 people are going to show up. The scope's going to last 4.5 minutes. I'm going to say, well, this is why I'm going to Periscope because there's nobody here. Facebook because there's nobody here. See ya. And then it's been freaking hundreds in and out of here with gazillions of hearts and
So sweet of you, Pickles.
wonderful support. And
her
it's just
Heart Mob.
lovely.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't just bail completely. That would be silly. That would be
Well,
silly.
you didn't. You hung around.
But I mean, it's so unpredictable over here. It's so inconsistent. but man, if every Periscope was like this, I'd do it every day.
Yeah.
But it's
Maybe it
not.
can be.
It's not. It's not. I hardly ever get anybody on Periscope. Just when you think it's over, I know. Okay.
That's
Well, I know. Well, that's why you love it, but that hasn't been my experience lately. It's been forever since Now, Lynn and I were doing a Fun with Bob and Lynn, and somebody did this whole heart flash mob stuff, and I
current
didn't.
now.
I don't even. Yeah. Oh, we are. Okay, cool. Did this whole heart flash mob thing, and that was the first time we'd experienced that. We went from having like 4 people in the room to 76, completely ill prepared for that, just like I was today.
Nathaniel.
Hey, Nathaniel. Thanks, man. Nice
Activating
of
you
you to
to
say.
your full potential. Nice profile.
But yeah, but I'd love it though if you went over there and checked out what the song is called, "Lullaby of Birdland."
Just Joshua remembers that early time with Joe, Courtney, Harvey.
Oh
and
yeah,
us.
man, that was a fun
We're
day.
having Joe Simon this Friday.
I know.
Tell the folks.
Joe Simon, he was on here, but I didn't say that because I didn't know if your feeling, dreams, and reality medicine. Oh, thank you,
Meditation.
man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Joe's coming over. We're gonna scope, and I'm gonna show him Facebook Live because I mean, as he was mentioning when he was on here, I mean, he's dealing with like serious bullies over there, and I'm telling him it's just not gonna happen. Still waiting for another song.
That's great. I love it. Does this count?
That was Lynn, ladies and gentlemen, with her rendition of.
I'm going to show Cody again. Hi, Cody. Can you see Cody okay?
Of course, look at that.
Cody.
He's so precious. I swear, I can't believe it. All right, so yeah. All right, I think I gotta go. You're in Maurice's program. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, she lives literally right down the street from me. I mean, if I sneezed hard enough, it would get
Germs on her.
on her window. Yeah. That was a weird abstract thing to say. But anyway, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Niggles, and everybody.
Nathaniel's in Culver City. Bye, Jess, Josh.
So, yeah, well, yeah, we're neighbors. Well, maybe we will. Okay, I'm gonna run. Thank you, Lynn, for being a part of this and for inviting people, and thank everybody for just being here. This has just been really super special. It was really great. So I'm gonna take my groomed dog and take him for a walk and get some fresh air, and I'll see you again here on Periscope. You know I will. But wait, my phone. Here's the irony. I can't stop the broadcast. There it goes. All right, there's the button. We'll see how long it takes.